Hello, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be learning how to make the elastic band on this trouser. In the previous video I already showed you how to cut and sew the main trouser, so you're going to be learning how to make this elastic waistband with the rope. So without further ado, let us get started. So by now you should have your trouser. If you're yet to see the tutorial on how to cut and sew this baggy Ankara trouser, make sure you check it out so that you understand how we came to this. So now let's move to why we are here. So to get the length of your elastic your waistband, you need to measure around your waist, okay, so that we're going to know the length that we're going to be cutting out. So you measure around the waist of your trouser, your original waist, so just measure round it. So I've gone ahead to measure out mine and I have cut it out. So for the length I used 5.75 because we are using 1.5 inch elastic band width. So and for our waistband is 2 inches. That was what we left. You can check the tutorial if you are yet to do that so you understand. So whatever your waistband is, make sure you add a bit of allowance so that your waistband is going to have enough space, okay? So if you are using 2-inch waistband, use 2.5 as your elastic band, use 2.5 as your waistband, 2.25. Just make sure that there is a difference. So after that, now we need to the two parts. So you sew 1 inch down, then you leave space 1 inch and you continue sewing, okay? So for the center front, that's how you're going to be doing it. You sew 1 inch, you stop, then you leave 1 inch space, then you continue sewing. So we need this space so that we can pass our rope through it. I hope you understand. So that 1 inch is going to be more than enough to pass our rope through it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sew. You sew 1 inch down and then continue. So let's move. So I've gone ahead to join the band together, and you can see the space that I left, the 1 inch space, okay? So once you stop at that 1 inch, you backstitch so that it doesn't rip off. Once you continue as well, you backstitch as well. I hope you understand, so that it doesn't rip off as you're pulling your rope, okay? So you go ahead and you iron, or you can use your hemming gun to just hold those parts in place. So you open it and then you iron. So now to get the length for our band, so you can just subtract like 2 to 4 inches from your waistband, okay, depending on the elasticity of your band. If you're using that white 1 inch band, is not really elastic like that compared to all of these joggers elastic, okay? So I'm going to be subtracting 4 inches from my waist, okay? So let's say your waist is your original waist, okay, not your trouser waist, your original waist. So let's say your waist is 36, you subtract 2 inches, so yeah, that means you're going to be cutting 34. If you're subtracting 4, that means you're going to be cutting out 32 inches. I hope you understand. So now to join, make sure that where the space of your rope is facing the front part, okay? So that is where it's going to be, at the front, not at the back, okay? So that you're going to be able to pass your rope. That is the main essence, okay, of that space that we left in order to pass our rope. So wherever you're attaching your band, make sure that opening is facing your front. So you can attach your band in 2 ways like this. So you just open it up and then you stitch all round. Make sure you start stitching from the center front, okay? Start stitching from the center front and then you go all around. So after you stitch the first layer, so in order for you to cover the rough edges, okay, so you fold the second layer, okay? So if you do that, you're going to be able to cover the rough edges, all of your rough edges. It's just like the normal way that you fix your band, okay? So the rough edges is going to be inside, so that everything is going to be neat once you pull out your trouser. I'm still going to show you another way in order to attach your band. See the way I'm folding it. So after you've joined the first one, then you go ahead and then you fold the other one as well, so you can see. So that is why it's important for you to add allowance to your length of your waist, okay? the width of your waist, okay, so that you're going to have enough space to fold it in. Okay, so if you don't want to do that method, you can just fold your band into two like this, and then you just stitch all around. And if you do it this way, your rough edges is going to be showing. And if you have a serger, you can go ahead and serge it and overlock it, so that is going to, you know, make the inside neat. I hope you understand. So you can do either of the two ways that you want, if you want to put it inside or if you want to put it outside. Then make sure whatever method you're doing, leave space, so that we are going to, don't sew everything completely, so you just leave a little, maybe like 1 to 2 inches, so that we can pass our elastic band through it. Okay, so do not stitch your whole waist 100%. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to show you the result. So I've gone ahead to stitch my waistband to the trouser. I use the second method of keeping everything neat inside, so you can see that you cannot see the rough edges. As you can see that everything, all of our rough edges inside. So you can see that I left some space, because I told you earlier that we need to pass our elastic band through that space. So I left like 2 to 3 inches space, so I will have enough space. Then you go ahead and you pass your elastic band, whichever method you know how to pass your elastic band. I'm using this pin, so safety pin, and then I'll just pull. So whatever, as you're putting it inside, make sure that your band is straight, make sure it is not coily inside, so that it's going to be very seamless and neat and flat. So make sure that you are using the same direction all through. Do not let your elastic to fold or bend inside. I hope you understand. So as you're doing, you can see that I'm arranging it so that I have a very flat result. So I'm going to do that. So I've gone ahead to pass all of the elastic band through this, and you can see that it is laying flat. It is laying flat and is not twisted in any way. So now you need to attach, join it together. Do not join it together like that, no, so that it's going to remove the bulgy part. So just place it on each other like this, and then you stitch. So if you do it this way, it's going to lay flat, and there is no going to be, there'll be no bulgy effect. Okay, and before you stitch it down, make sure that your elastic band is in proper position, like it is laying flat all through your waist. Then after you've done that, then you close up the space that you left. So I've gone ahead to do that, and we are almost done. This is very simple and very easy and seamless to do. So under 5 minutes you're done. So you can even wear your trouser like this if you don't want to put the rope inside, or if you don't want to give it that, that joggers effect that you stitch on top, you're good to go. But since we're going to be doing a full on, so we're going to be doing that. So you can see that the space is showing at the front. That hole that we left, you can see that it's showing at the front. So I've gone ahead to cut out this my rope. So I used around 18 inches for the length. Okay, it's like 18 inches long for the length. Then for the width, I cut out like 1 inch, and I folded it in order to get this tiny strip. Okay, then make sure that you close the edges, the beginning and the ending, okay, because they're going to be showing outside, and you don't want any free effect. So now we need to create a channel for this waistband. Okay, so you're going to stitch on your elastic band. So you stitch on your elastic band like that the first time, then the second time, so that you're going to create the channel for it. And as you're stitching, you'll be expanding your waistband like that. So as you're stitching, you'll be expanding it like that. So I just thought that I should show you so that you understand, in case you were confused by how I explained earlier. So if you see the visual representation as I'm doing it, I know that it's going to reinforce your understanding. Okay, so I'm going to be stitching from the center front. So like I said, you're going to be stretching your band as you're stitching, so that's going to give you that that, should I say, rumpled effect. Okay, see the way I'm positioning it. Okay, make sure you position, and it can be quite hard. Okay, so it can take a toll on your your ends, because you're going to be stretching the elastic band. I hope you understand. So as you're stitching, you keep on stretching, and you do like two stitches. So for the first, down, then the second down, so you'll be able to pass your rope through. I hope you understand. So just watch what I'm doing. As I'm sewing, you can see that I'm arranging it, and I am stretching. I'm really stretching. So be stretching as you're doing it. You'll be stretching it. You can even go ahead and just, divide your waistband equally, so that one part is not going to be too rumpled than the other part. So just divide your waistband equally. The stretchiness, just divide it equally, then you stretch and stretch accordingly. I really hope you understand, okay? So that one part is not going to be more than the other. So I've gone ahead to do that. So you can see that I did two, one at the upper part and one at the lower part. Okay, so you can see, so that's going to serve as our channel, and this is looking all good. Look at how beautiful this is. And you can see that I did not stitch on the opening. So make sure that whatever you're going to be stitching, you have enough space to pass your rope through. So if your rope is 0.5 inches, you can use 0.75 as the your channel, okay, so that you have enough space. If you don't have enough space, it's going to be very difficult for you to pass your rope through, okay? So you put in your safety pin and then you pass through, just like we did for our elastic band, and you are done. So if you've gotten to this point and you have not subscribed, make sure you click the subscribe button, and also support my channel with super thanks. Also, you can join our membership on this channel, so you have access to a lot of things. You can ask for tutorials, you can request for videos, you have priority. I'm going to respond to you faster, and there's going to be member only video, much more detailed tutorial on any some of the outfit. So you're going to be seeing there are a lot of perks, so just click on join in order for you to join any level that you feel that is suitable for you. Trust me, I can't wait to have you in the community. There is a lot for us to learn and enjoy together. So thank you so much for watching. You just keep on doing this. So, and if you do this, you get perfect results. So bye.